What do you got?
I think it could be a python.
Oh, spot on. This is where you found him?
Yeah. It's just his tail was sticking out.
This is going to be a pretty big snake. You can only see the end of him. I can see it's a diamond python. That part's easy. What I can't see is how I'm going to get it out of there. I don't want him to get down the pipe. Not sure where it goes. If it rains, he could drown. Worst case scenario, he'll pop up through the toilet. Who knows?
Get him out, thanks.
Okay. I'm going to start, and just one bit at a time. You can't pull too hard because all the little vertebrae in the back, you don't want to hear them crack.
Yep.
So it's just a little bit at a time. Oh. I know right away this is not going to be easy. I can't tell whether his head is hooked around something or if he's just wedging his body in that pipe. Either way, he's not moving.
Wow. I didn't realise they were so strong.
Yep, very strong. Oh. I don't know how I'm going to get him out.
Come on.
Oh. Every time I pull and then I relax, he takes back what I've got.
Diamond pythons have an average length of 2 metres, but can grow up to 3. And although they generally pose no risk to humans, to small mammals, reptiles and birds, they're all potential prey.
Yeah, we wanted this diamond python moved, hopefully into the bush, so then it can't hurt our chickens, or we've also got dogs too, that we don't want the dogs to, get the snake either. So hopefully we'll get him out and he'll be right.
Come on, you gotta get that snake out.
I'm trying, guys.
Look at it wrapped up around Tim's arm.
I'm struggling. I'm in full sun. My arms are starting to shake. I can see sweat dripping off my nose.
Here, Tim, may as well get comfy.
Hey, thank you. Ta. Oh, that's better. My arms are shaky and sore.
Oh, I'm no good.
It's been over 10 minutes, and I'm still no closer to getting this snake out.
Really, I might get you to run over to the park.
Yep.
And ask for Billy, please.
Bill.
Yep, and just ask him to come over.
No worries, we'll be back in a
Thank
sec.
you. I'm going to call in reinforcements. The last thing I want is for this snake to slip, and he's gone. I can't get him then, or it's going to be a lot harder. I'm calling Billy. Hey, mate, have a go at him. Grab on. My arms are jelly. Right. Thanks, mate.
Jelly?
They're jelly.
He has a strength in it.
Strong?
Yeah, man.
I've got an idea, mate. I think we pour a bit of water down there. It's not going to hurt him,
Yep.
but it might make it slippery. Might give us the advantage.
Sounds good.
You ready for a bit of water?
Yep.
Okay, coming now. So I hit him with the hose and he starts to move. And maybe now we're up to half the snakes out of the pipe. But again, he's locked in.
You want to jump in again?
Yes, no worries.
All right.
There's a worry if we pull too hard, we could break his back, separate his vertebra. We don't want to do that.
Give you a bit of a spray.
Good. This is a diamond python, which they get fairly large, up to 3 metres. I'm guessing that this fella's going to be 2 metres over. Okay, he's moving. Look how big he is, kids. He just keeps coming. He's loosened up and he's coming out. Last bit. Oh, he's got a bit of skin off on his neck there. And all of a sudden the head pops out and there he is. Have a look at him. Do you think he was that big?
Yeah.
You did? What a battle, but we've got him. Well, that was the hardest python I have ever caught. Diamond pythons must surely be one of the most beautiful pythons in the world. They're only found around the Sydney region and east coast of Australia. Now this male, he'd be out in search of a female or a feed, but the sun's come up. He needs to find somewhere to hide. He doesn't want to be out and vulnerable. He's found the pipe, picked a bad spot. Can you think of a name for him?
What about Peter the Python?
Peter the Python. Okay, Peter the Python it is.
Okay, let him go.
Let's go and let him go. Come with me. Clint takes us to a beautiful spot just off to the side of his property. Beautiful forest, a nice creek, perfect diamond python habitat, and we let him go. Everyone have a quick pat, say see you, Pete.
See you.
There we go. Pete the Python is happy now. He's had a stressful day, but he's out now and he's back in his natural habitat. Hey, what are you going to do if you find another snake?
Go, Tim. Go,
Call me. Always concerning when I get a call for help It's particularly concerning when that help is for our endangered Tasmanian devil. My Devil Ark manager, Dean, is called and he's got a joey, a small devil, could be in serious trouble.
It's a fair stretch up to Devil Ark, 5 hours in fact. Plenty of time to ponder what could be wrong.
Hey, mate.
Hey Tim, welcome.
Yeah, cheers.
See ya. I've got Kira down here if you want to check her out.
Mate, good.
The Ark is the largest conservation breeding population of Tasmanian devils in Australia. With devil facial tumour disease doing its best to wipe out the wild population, we're hoping insurance colonies like ours can guarantee the species doesn't become extinct.
So what actually happened?
So we were trapping last night.
Yep.
We're doing our quarterly health checks.
Yep.
And we found Kira with a joey, which is quite unusual.
It's just wild, mate. We are quite literally as far in the opposite direction of breeding season as we could be, and she's weaning a joey.
We've got a joey 5 months out of a normal breeding season, which is unbelievable. We so don't hear of it this time of year.
A lone joey born out of the regular breeding season is at serious risk.
Mum and Joey are in a yard of devils that are about to start breeding, testosterone-fueled males. If I leave them in the yard and the Joey weans, he'll be killed.
Just be a little bit careful, she's a bit feisty.
Is she?
Yeah. She's protecting her den.
She's a firecracker, mate.
Yeah, she's pretty protective.
This is where all her mothering instincts come into effect. Her one concern is protecting that joey.
Settle down. Well, it's going to be tricky, mate, but we need to catch Mum first.
Yep.
Separate her from the Joey, and then assess them both.
Yep.
One of the greatest risks here is that Mum's cranky. She's defensive. Now, she's got teeth showing, and she's going to bite. If the Joey gets into the wrong spot because we do something, we catch Mum and she turns around to bite, she could bite the Joey. We don't want that to happen. OK, so just watch your fingers, mate, because she's going to have a chomp. It's all right, though. You're all right. You can't see the Joey?
No, I can't see the joey. It's not running around.
OK, let's get this lid off. That's it. OK, that's good, mate. I can see it, mate. Just under her there. Hey, settle down. If you just wave a boot,
Yep.
As soon as she looks at you, I'm going to grab that tail and lift her up. If the Joey comes off, that's fine. If it stays on, perfect, I'll lift her up and then we'll remove him. She looking at you?
Yep, look at me.
1, 2, 3. There we go. OK. Now just watch out that she doesn't turn around,
hold
mate.
her.
Yep, keep him there for a sec. That's good. OK, there we go. Hey, hello, mate. You're all right. You're a little boy, mate.
He's gorgeous, isn't he?
You're all right. This little devil needs a name. And what better name for a devil born under these circumstances than Lucky?
He's already feisty little, isn't he? Growling.
Yes. OK, well, she looks good. Mum's physically perfect. She's in good condition. There are no scars, no battle wounds. Now it's time to have a look inside the pouch. And I can see quickly that there's only one active teat. Now, the other 3, they're tiny, they're inactive, they're very small. It means she doesn't have any more Joeys. Let's get Mum away, and then we'll have a look at him, hey? But I think we get her in that box nice and quiet now. That's the important thing. Mum's caught in the box. She's safe, happy. Now we need to have a look at the Joey. I hope it's healthy. It's a very odd circumstance, but this whole program is about breeding and these Joeys. Let's get some weights and just have a bit better look at him and make sure that he's healthy. In you go, buddy. He's settled right down now.
Yeah.
Hello, mate. That's it. He's almost half a kilo on the dot. Well, physically, he's perfect. My main worry is that if we don't do something and we put him back in that yard with Mum and other breeding devils, he might not stay that way. Now, I've really got a dilemma. I've got a healthy Mum and Joey, and under normal circumstances, they'd be fine. But these aren't normal circumstances. They're in a yard that's been stocked with devils that are about to breed. If he leaves Mum and enters that environment in the state that it's in, he'll be killed.
So, Tim, what do you think we should do with Lucky?
Well, that's what I'm thinking about now. we can leave Mum and Lucky Boy in an intensive yard like this, and she can rear him and finish weaning. But that means Mum is not going to breed this year. She's way out of sync. And we need Joey's. This is a conservation project. She must breed. I've made a decision. It wasn't an easy decision to make, but I'm going to intervene and I'm going to hand rear Lucky. Well, this is it, mate. Yep. There's no sentimental goodbyes for Mum. It's natural. In 2 months, she'd wean him anyway. Plan is that she breeds again in a month's time, and Lucky Boy's back here and doing his own thing in 6 months, eh?
Yeah.
After you.
So Tim's going to hand rear the baby, which I think is great. We're going to have a nice, healthy baby to come back for breeding in a couple of years, and Mum's going back in for breeding this year.
All right, mate, well, I'm off back to work. Precious cargo.
Yep.
Good luck with the real breeding season.
Yep. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah, good on you, mate. See ya. I'm down off the mountain and the mountain weather's certainly gone. Little Lucky's safely stashed in my pouch. I hope he likes his new home at the reptile park. Back at the reptile park, and Lucky's had a rest and hasn't had a feed for about 5 hours now, so I'm going to try and feed him straight away. Hey, buddy. Devils are really messy feeders, so I'm going to take him out of his beanie, which is his new pouch, and put him into a little towel. Tuck the arms down, and I'm going to wrap it around him. That's it. Good boy. Now it's time for your milk, buddy. This can be a stressful experience for Lucky. If he goes a day or so without feeding well, he's going to become dehydrated and could go downhill really quickly. He's healthy right now. I want to keep him like that. This is an artificial milk, and this is what Lucky's going to drink for the next while. Now, there's not much in there, and I expect him only to take a little bit of that. It's nice and warm, but I just want him to get a taste for it. It's going to be a little bit different to Mum's, but if he took the littlest bit, I'd be a happy man. Will you take this? Here you go. Good boy. This is the first feed, and he's chewing away, sucking away. That's just great. You're doing really good, mate. A little bit more. That's a boy. That's just brilliant. Great to see.
Bloodsuckers, pests, rabies carriers. Bats have a bad reputation.
Hey, cut that out. Cut that out.
Don't believe the rumours. Bats are actually very placid and very friendly.
I mean, have a look at this little guy. The fur is so soft. The skin on his ears and the wing, it's like velvet. It's really, really soft. And you can see out here, you're all right, mate? You're okay? You can see out on that wing all his fingers. Each one of these is a digit.
These fruit bats are in serious danger. Habitat destruction, barbed wire fences and power lines have all contributed to their rapid decline.
A last little sprinkle on top.
It's fair to say that Dr. Karen Parry-Jones is batty about her job.
You must go through an awful amount of fruit.
We do. At the moment, we're probably going through about 50 kilos of fruit a day.
A day?
A day.
Feeding, nurturing and rehabilitating bats for release is her passion.
They're a fascinating little animal. They're very intelligent and a very slow breeder.
Yep.
They have far too high mortality rates, and our population is falling quite seriously, like it's halving every 6.7 years.
Halving every 6.7 years. Yeah, that's very alarming, isn't it? Yeah.
Having this many bats hanging overhead looks like a scene from a horror movie, but I love it.
And you can see with these guys that there's all different sorts of personalities. You've got this hyperactive little guy here that's happy to play with a little ball, and Mr. Stiff next to him has not budged. Now here we've got two mums, and it's a perfect example of when it's cold or just for safety and security, these babies live under the wing. She tucks the membrane around. You have a look at that.
See those people over there? Go and fly to them. Go.
Nice catch.
Don't worry, This is all part of the rehabilitation.
It's one way of getting the strength of their wings up so that they can fly long distances.
Okay, so just building that muscle back up and getting them used to it.
Yes.
Let's see how he goes.
Are you going to fly? Oh, come on, you can fly. You can, come on.
Into the tree. A little better than expected.
Better than we expected.
Yeah.
If they can't fly, in the wild they will die. Simple as that.
Come on. Just a short one. Just go to Anne.
Off you go, mate.
Go on. 3.
Beautiful. Look at that. Well done, mate. Well done.
Rehabilitation is a lengthy process. It can take up to 3 months of daily flights until they are strong enough to fly solo.
Do you want to have a go?
I would love to. Love to. Do my part.
I'm pretty good at catching a ball, but a bat, this is definitely a first.
Come on, mate.
Come on, both wings. Come on, you can do it. That's right.
Good fella. Good bloke. Have a look at that. I don't know who's happier, me or him. And he was a wild bat.
He's wild.
Look at that.
What
I mean,
came in
just-
as a wild adult?
Yep, it just shows the nature of them, doesn't it?
Yeah, they calm down very quickly once they realise you don't mean them any harm.
Okay, and a perfect flyer would have gone up, whereas he stayed flat?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he's got a
But
little
he's
way to go.
improving. He's
Yeah.
improving. He's had a lot of wing problems. He's been in captivity a long time, so he just has to have a lot of practice.
Yep. Work for you guys.
Yeah, will work for us.
Once the bats are ready for release, there is always an open door at Karen's house.
This beautiful girl is Rosie. She's been rehabilitated. She's ready for soft release. So she's free to go as she pleases, but she is always welcome back. She's got food, she's got shelter.
With Karen's help, these beautiful bats won't be a thing of the past.
Good luck, mate. He's definitely not in there.
No, mate, I can see 3, not 4. He's supposed to be in here.
Mike has discovered that overnight one of our koalas has gone AWOL.
Yeah, I got to tell you, mate, I always get worried when koalas are out. I mean, we've got dingoes here, devils there. Let's have a look at this yard and then find him.
Okay, mate.
We have 13 koalas here at the reptile park, and sometimes they go missing. They don't vanish into thin air, but perhaps a keeper leaves a hose or a rake up against the fence, and koala climbs out. Other times, they just get the desire to jump out. It's not easy, but it happens. Well, the yard's good. I mean, there's no obvious signs out, so it's something else. But, you know, our priority now, we've got a koala on the loose.
Theo's on the loose.
Yep, we've got to find him.
Righto, let's get on.
Come on, Theo, where are you, mate? Where are you, buddy? I'm really worried about Theo. Koalas, when they get out, they climb up a tree in a safe spot, go up across a limb into another tree, and they can come down, be someone's lunch. What are you doing up there, mate? You haven't seen anyone about this big, fluffy, black nose? I hope not. Make sure you bark if you do.
We've been out here for an hour now. I gotta tell you, I don't like this one bit.
Theo, boy, Theo. What have you done?
This is getting worrying. It's fast becoming a race against time.
We'll look for Theo all day if we have to. He could be up really high in a tree, covered by leaves and foliage, and simply, we can't see him. If we have to, we'll stay here at night. I really hope it doesn't come to that. Come on, Theo, where are you, mate?
We're now up to 2 hours, and my neck's becoming a bit sore.
Where are you, boy? Where are you?
If we don't find him soon, I'm going to have to extend the search outside the park.
What's it, Tim?
Go ahead.
I've got Theo.
Ah, you little ripper. Good on you, mate.
Well, that's the good news. The bad news is Theo's made his way right up into the top branches, and he will not want to come down.
Well, you found him. Now we've got to get him down.
The fun part.
Yeah, I don't want him to get any higher.
No, I don't want him any higher either.
Theo, no more. The plan now is just to scale the tree, try and get myself up high enough that I can then use the pole. And the pole's got a plastic bag on the end that makes a bit of noise. Now you put that above the koala's head, and hopefully it makes the koala come down. I'm coming up, Theo.
That's it, mate.
Come on. Oh, he's going up.
The cheeky little fella, every move up the tree I make, he goes a bit higher.
He's going up.
The trouble is, the higher he goes, the further there is for both of us to fall.
Come on, pal.
He's going even further, lovely.
I don't want to have to go to the top of that tree because it starts blowing in the wind then and it gets a bit scary. If he goes up too high, I can't follow. I have to pull back for my safety and for Theo's. If the branch gets too thin, it could bend and snap and he's going to come crashing down. No higher, Theo. It's pretty high now. No higher, Theo.
We've got a bit of a rescue situation going on here at the park.
Come on, mate.
Our boy Theo went AWOL from his enclosure and found himself up the top of a tree.
Come on, Theo. Come on, mate. Down this way, please. That's a boy.
And guess whose job it is to get up there and bring the little deserter back to base?
Little bit more, buddy, that hand. Come on. Yeah, I know you're cranky, mate. Come on, Pally. Theo's a man on a mission and he doesn't want to play ball. He's putting up a fight. So I'm trying to unhook one hand while he's grabbing on with the other. He's moving around the back of the tree. Then he starts to bite. It's not easy. Come on, pal. Come on, onto me, mate. Don't forget I'm up in the tree too, buddy.
You got him?
Yep, trying to bite.
Yeah, you happy?
Yep. OK, mate, I'm coming down now. You might have to just give me a bit of coaching on the feet, hey?
Yeah, no worries, mate.
Stay there, stay there. Hey, no tree. Good boy. Good boy. Settle down. Settle down. Theo's accepted that he's coming down, and once he's on me, he settles. But I've got to get the two of us down safely. Do you think you can grab him, mate?
Yeah, I can get him now.
Please, that claw out of my back.
Come on, Theo.
Thank you.
Come on, mate. Oh, gee, got me now. Oh. OK, shh, it's OK.
The baby raptor was found disorientated on the ground.
Hey, little mate. Hey. Thank you. Thank you. OK, mate.
I reckon it could have sustained some serious injuries after falling from the nest.
I'll leave you with him for 1 sec. Now, this is the fastest animal on Earth. They can fly up to 300 kilometres an hour. Now, what that means is if you're about to fledge and you're not quite ready to fly, you're going to hit the ground really hard. And that's what might have happened here.
First of all, let's give this little fella a name.
What about Malcolm? Malcolm the Falcon. You like that? Malcolm the Falcon? Let's have a look at you, mate. His wings look good. No obvious breaks. And he's very noisy, very noisy.
He's got good reflexes in both feet. They're nice and tight. He's only a young bird. These white bits up top are chick down, which he sheds as he grows. The fact he's still got some tells me he's just left the nest or just fledged. I'm convinced Malcolm here hasn't suffered any injury to his body, so now I'm checking his head.
There's something that stands out straight away to me, and that is I wave my hand here and the head turns, he can see the hand. I put my hand here, on the left side, he's not reacting at all. That's a big worry. Now, he can't survive in the wild with one eye. He must have two. They use their eyesight and they can detect prey up to several kilometres away. Now, unfortunately for Malcolm, without both eyes, there's no future for him in the wild. Hopefully, a non-functioning eye is all that he has. I'm still pretty concerned, so it's a trip to the vet. Hey.
Timmy, how are you?
Good, thanks, mate. How are you?
I'm all right. What have you got?
Malcolm the Falcon.
Malcolm the Falcon.
Peregrine falcon.
I'm at the vet's, just down the road from us with Malcolm the Falcon.
He was found in the wild. He looks like he's just left the nest. He was captured, which was a concern to start with, that someone was able to get a hold of him.
Sure.
And he got brought into the park. Come on, Mal.
Dr. Peter Nosworthy keeps an eye on plenty of our animals at the park, so I'm more than confident he can see if a busted eye is all Malcolm has.
The worry is if he's got a bad eye, that he's got a bad head.
Yeah, well, if he's got a bad eye, you know, well, if he's flown into something, and that would make sense if they found him on the ground. I think that he may have had a trauma. It's the most logical thing. I mean, there are other possibilities, but it's trauma is the most obvious thing.
Do you want to put him back in here?
We're going to have to sedate him so I can have a better look at the eye, and then we'll take an X-ray.
Good boy.
I'm looking to see whether there's any damage at the back of his eye. He may well have some retinal changes in here, Tim, which is a bit of a fuss for us.
Okay, Timmy, it's detached.
Well, detached retina means blind.
Means blind.
Yeah.
Means blind in this. In you and I, they can do some laser surgery, and it's coming to small animals in Australia, but not at this stage.
X-rays will confirm whether Malcolm sustained any head injuries in the fall.
Okay.
That's it.
There you go. He can.
Easy.
He can go back in his cage.
Yep. You're waking up already, Mal. That's a good boy. I'm really worried about him now because we've confirmed that he's got eye damage, but hopefully there's nothing worse. I mean, poor little fella's already blind.
So we've had a whack top of the skull. It's cracked that bone. Yeah, all right.
And what, that pushes the retina forward?
Yes, it's pushed the eye forward as a trauma sort of thing, as you can imagine, from a whack behind the head, and has detached the retina.
As the doc says, repairing small animals' eyesight is some way off. So the best thing for Malcolm is a life with us at the park.
It's not worrying him. He's not in pains.
Yep. Well, lucky and unlucky, hey, Malcolm the Falcon?
Yeah, well, he's alive and he'll continue to live, and I'm sure he'll be fed well.
Yeah, he'll live a good little life as an ambassador. He'll do a bit for his species anyways. I'm pretty disappointed, but on the upside, we can give him a good life. And look at it this way, if he was in the wild, I doubt he'd be alive. There's no place in the wild for a one-eyed peregrine falcon.
How you feeling, Malcolm? You had a good rest?
Malcolm, the peregrine falcon, is recovering with us after a suspected fall from a tree. Malcolm needs nursing. He's had a head injury and he's lost sight in one eye, so he's pretty fragile at the moment. He needs some TLC.
Good boy. You need a good feed, you're a bit skinny.
Rest and a good feed are crucial to Malcolm's recovery.
You're all right, here you go. Yeah, you're hungry. He's a bit clumsy, but he's trying. Yeah, if I get it in, is that better? Good boy, mate. He's had a big day, but he's on the mend. I'm going to keep Malcolm in a small cage for the time being. He's had a head injury, and the last thing I want to do is put him into a big aviary where he's going to get scared and bash himself about. Until he gets used to our presence a little bit more and starts eating, we'll keep him here. Then he can be upgraded to a bigger aviary where he can stretch his wings and grow. Here it is, mate. You ready to get in? Got some food in there for you.
It's a week later, and it's time to introduce Malcolm to his new home.
Welcome to your new home, buddy. He's been in a confined space for his own benefit, but he's going well now, and I reckon he can handle a bigger space to stretch out. Okay, you just take it easy. There you go, please, sit up. Good boy. Good boy, that's it. That's it, that's it. You got a room with a view, mate. This is the best aviary in the house. I've got a bit of food here for you. There you go. Ow! That was my finger.
Malcolm's future is in captivity, but that's a positive. In the wild, it was a one-way street. He faced certain death.
You do well in here, mate. You're halfway.
The next stage could be to find him a girl. That will take a little bit of time. We need to know that he's good, and, you know, those female peregrines, they're a handful, so Malcolm has to be strong and healthy.
You look good, mate. You look real good.